Hey guys, today I wanted to go over how the Master Class Deadeye tournament went for NA over the weekend for me. If you didn't tune in, I beat Acatemy from PEKO, Narellio from Family, Dragon from Empire, and then eventually lost a very close match against Vagabondz Demolition after letting my nerves get to me in round 3. Of course it sucks to lose so close to the finals, but I've gotten over it, and this was an awesome, fun learning experience, and I appreciate everyone that showed up. I'm happy to try and go over the matches with you guys and talk about what went right and what went wrong. So here we start with Narellio. Obviously he was the crowd favorite because he was a streamer, but I prepared for this. I thought I could beat him. The AOA tournament was also a bit jarring because I didn't really get to practice this map much. Maybe 20 minutes before some of my first matches I got to jump in with PEKO a bit. So here we start, we both WC at the gate. And Narellio, he starts doing, he's kiting out my E-buff. Because he didn't E-buff, if you see at the top. Which is smart, but I didn't want my, nerves to get to me. I was pretty jittery to start every match. But my E-buff's been gone, and he's still trying to kite me out, which I think is the wrong idea. He's losing tempo here, and this matchup is all about forward guard trading at tempo. Since nothing's going on, I'm just spamming some rockets from max range. I start losing the trade right there with the Gunslinger's entrance from Narellio. This Sunset Piercer was bad, and you can see how the tempo just changes. He wanted to play the final circle. So well played by him in this first round. Not much to say. I traded my HP into his forward guard, and he got some big crits off Gunslinger's entrance, which really swung the HP. Make a pretty valiant attempt to pull a comeback here, but it didn't work out for me. Anyways, going into round 2, I remember that aggression did me well. And I'm doing this without a script. I've never done like any live recording type thing, so bear with me. So same thing, we start off with the WCs. I crazily get caught by his mayhem here, which sucks, but I don't V. I hold the V because he's not going to get a clean combo off. And I just keep my cool. And we keep forward guard trading. We keep playing our game. And it looks pretty bad right now. But we can come back from this. Here he keeps trying to push me, and Narellio seems like he's good at kiting, but he doesn't seem like he can push the advantage very well. So he actually gets caught in a stun there, and my KD resists. So he doesn't need to be. That's a sick bug on Shift X. If I lost this round, and I maybe would have blamed that. It's really salty, but HP is pretty even here. And one thing, when you're on top of another Deadeye, Dust Devil is really good trading. When they're doing gunslingers into you or something, it's just really good damage. It's fast. You can iframe out of it quickly to dodge their return fire. I E-buff late here. And he goes back to stalling, which is the right play. He should have kept stalling, because I wasn't going to push into him. Because here he just still starts to lose. He does shift RMB, which I'm out of range for, while I start my Sunset Piercer cast, and it just destroys his HP, or his block. So now I'm back in the advantage. I block his Air LMB with Doom and Gloom, and it's pretty much an easy cleanup from there. Going into round 3, I'm pretty confident in this matchup. As long as I don't get CC'd by random mayhem when I'm trying to turn my forward guards, I think I have this in the bag. Narellio has shown that he's good at trading. Don't get me wrong, he's a good player, but he's not really good at pushing the issue. So I start off WC again. I don't think it's bad here. He comes into me, I Dust Devil. You can see his HP is just chunked from that. And he's losing pretty bad here. He just mayhemmed fully into an old switcheroo. He does a bad Sunset Piercer, now his is on CD, and he just mayhemmed into more forward guard damage. I'm really liking old switcheroo, max pain backwards into quick draw into Dust Devil. We trade Sunset Piercers here. I'm in Marnie round, so I lost that trade, block-wise. But I just keep playing my game. This actually looks like an insanely close match here. In the moment, I didn't think it was that close. I actually thought I had the advantage until I had the V right there. So I'm just waiting for HP. Kind of like what he did. Stall a bit. But I know I can trade better in this final circle. As long as I don't mess up like before. I frame the Air LMB every time. Now he's stalling. He needs to be patient here. He's not patient, and he comes out too early. Look at his health bar. It gets shredded by the Sunset Piercer, and I know I have it in the bag now. As long as I don't feed my, I get stunned by a Max Pain or a Mayhem, I have this. I just need to play calm. I use the C 25% BSR, and it gives you 10 AP, 10 attack speed, I believe. I don't think people use that enough in this tournament. I didn't notice if they were, but we have extra BSR skills, we should be using them. So Narellio had to V. As soon as you V in this final circle, you're pretty screwed. The other person has the advantage. And that's the match. GG's to Narellio. He played well. It was really close. Really close. I hate the best of 3 format. I mean, all my friends know I'm salty about the semifinals, but, you know. Anything can go. Alexander and Coco also lost, which was, I know it was an upset to a lot of people. Going into the second match, I actually didn't know this player. I'm just going to call him Dragon. This one, I forget who he fought before me, but this is the quarterfinals. These were good matches, but I kind of noticed the same issue as Narellio. So I pop E-buff, WC, he eats that with Gunslinger's Entrance, and he is just getting kind of smoked in this round 1 HP trading. I noticed the Deadeyes I beat, I mean, it's all about tempo, right? Doom and Gloom getting forward guard was actually really nice for this matchup too. I actually don't mind the change as long as the first part was still full SA, so you could use it as a movement skill. Now it's, you know, I'm sure you guys all know it sucks in large scale and whatnot. But I got the V here. I Dust Devil into him. Like I said, it really chunks HP. It also gives him a movement slow. And he just slow bleeds out after the V. This is all about tempo. One thing that I noticed I did a lot when I got nervous is I was resetting Mayhem, trying to go for like lucky CC fishes on his on forward guards. I did it against Narellio too. I think it's really bad. I mean, you saw, especially in round 3 against Narellio, he kept trying to Mayhem into me, and he was just getting destroyed by forward guards. You trade too much HP trying to do that for you know, very low chance of getting a CC. Maybe in BA against, you know, random Deadeye Joe 1, it would work really well, but I should be more respectful of who I'm fighting. So I do it again here. It was kind of okay because he was in iframe, but going into the tournament again, I would try to stop doing that as much. We trade Sunset Piercers. I'm at the advantage because I was already winning trades into his block. So I knew his block was low. My Sunset Piercer was going to actually hit through and do damage to him. I get his V. This 2-0 was basically, I don't know, I just kind of ran at him the entire match. It reminded me of Narellio a lot, where they were trying to kite a lot. But I think aggression really wins. Also, I believe the person who can Sunset Piercer first at like a safe distance is usually going to be favored. I would have to look more into every time it's happened, but I feel like you can Sunset Piercer first, hit them a couple times, or full casted. If they Sunset Piercer, then you get to iframe their, you know, last 1 or 2 shots, which is a really big deal. So obviously we're both really nervous in this final circle, but we trade Sunset Piercers again. His block had already been eaten a bunch. And you know, there's the Mayhem into my forward guard, so he dies to old switcheroo. My guild was fucking going nuts in chat, so I also was going a little nuts. Very nervous, hands shaking, you know. Third match, going into the semifinals. Demolition, I have known his name for a long time player. I believe he was with Cho Nation before. He's been around. I always nervously repaired at the start of every round, like my gear was suddenly gonna break. One thing I also hated is that there's basically no time in between rounds, so you have no time to digest what went right and what went wrong in a certain round. You just have to really be ready to adapt on the fly, and I think that's why I ultimately lost round 3 pretty hard here. So same thing, spam my forward guards. I'm chasing, he's kiting. Every Deadeye I fought, except for Acatemy, really tried to kite. And I'm sorry I didn't record the Academy match in round 1 against the PEKO guy. It was also a good match. I think I won 2-1. So it's more of the same. It's, you know, who forward guards the super armor skills the most. He went in the air and got smoked by running gun. That was a really risky ranged shift Q. Because shift Q, yes, shift Q LMB does hit really hard, but it's very slow. So especially because he missed the air LMB, it really cost his HP. I stun him here, he Vs. I'm chilling, I think I still have V. He's stalling, I make sure I'm in normal rounds, of course, for the final circle. I can shoot some rockets. I'm actually not sure if I'm hitting his block here. But I force him to come out. And I bullet storm because I have such an HP advantage. I don't want to troll and get CC'd on my forward guard. It was really greedy of me there to mayhem twice into him. And now it's like really close. Now I've kind of almost messed up. But Sunset Piercer pulls through. I'm up 1-0. I'm feeling really confident going into this match. He also WCs at the start of basically every round. The fact that he does it first, and I kind of go into it, technically he, you know, can hit my block while mine casts, and he can iframe mine, but I get the HP advantage because I hit his SA afterwards. So I have tempo, I'm feeling really confident. I'm really trying to push the advantage. No matter what class you play, I mean, getting kited is annoying. But I also just won 2 sets against people that seem to be kiting a lot more than me. But Demolition is a long-term player. He knows to be patient. I should have learned to be more patient. And I learned for next time. But it was a lack of experience. So he just took the lead in HP because I did the shift Q LMB in his vision range where he could easily keep on target. That's kind of how I won the tempo in round 1. So I try to I frame his, but I'm already pretty down on HP. Now it's getting closer because I'm winning the trade here. I don't think Shift RMB is very good. My Sunset Piercer, I can't turn my camera enough, and that was pretty brutal. Now I V and he just got a ton of health. I brought it back. But I had to cancel Sunset Piercer there. And this was a brutally close round. He WCs and I tick out. I have HP add-ons on Mayhem. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to HP heal from Mayhem reset. Because we're both super low. And I know, you know, he wants to press forward guard skills. In hindsight, I mean, that was so close. There was many mistakes I could have improved on earlier. But in that final circle, I should have been more patient and tried to forward guard. instead of pressure him with mayhem, because we've seen this whole video, the person mayheming into the other person. If they're not getting the CC, they automatically, the tempo flips in the other person's favor. But, you know, nerves get to you and stuff. Demolition's used to fighting top players, so. And, yeah, I'm still tilted after losing round 2 so close that I get CC'd on a rocket launcher skill. This round was really bad for me, and it's kind of what makes best of 3 so swingy. I know everybody I talked to thought PEKO or Alexander was going to be a finalist for sure. And, you know, we got Demolition versus DB McQueen. They're both great players. Anything can happen in a best of 3 though. Which does make it more exciting too. But I was already playing from such a disadvantage with no V already. And Demo knew that. He was much better at noticing and recognizing when to go in and when to stay out. Big difference from the first 2 games that I showed you guys against Narellio and Dragon. They tried to kite a lot. So, yeah, anyways, that's the video. If you have any comments down below, or you want me to do more stuff like this, I don't know, recommend me something. Love you guys. I'm in the Deadeye Discord, of course. Hit me up down below or there, and I'll see you guys next time.